The year is 2047, and the deep black of space holds terrors we can barely imagine. Could a ship, built to take us beyond the stars, become a terrifying conduit to something ancient and evil from another dimension? What happens when the ultimate scientific achievement rips a hole not just in space, but in reality itself? This is the chilling premise behind the science fiction horror film Event Horizon, a movie that presents a concept of propulsion so radical and terrifying that it leaves audiences questioning the boundary between physics and science fiction. The Event Horizon was designed for one purpose: to breach the seemingly insurmountable distances of interstellar travel. Its propulsion system is at the heart of its mystery, a marvel of theoretical physics known as a gravity drive. Unlike conventional spacecraft that rely on chemical rockets or even slower incremental methods like ion propulsion, the gravity drive bypasses the universe's speed limit altogether. It doesn't accelerate the ship through space, it manipulates the very essence of reality. The lore explains that the gravity drive works by generating an intense, localized gravitational field, powerful enough to fold the fabric of space-time. Imagine the universe as a sheet of paper. Normally, getting from point A to point B means traversing the distance between the 2 points. The gravity drive, however, creates a tear or an artificial singularity, causing the 2 points to touch. By passing through this engineered rip, the event horizon can theoretically cover light years in mere seconds. This method is often referred to as jumping through a theoretical concept called a wormhole. The key component of the ship's drive is the central spinning apparatus, a sphere of high-density material that appears to rotate and collapse on itself when activated, forming a miniature Kerr black hole or some kind of similar singularity. This process requires an enormous amount of power, which the show's creators never fully explain. In the movie, the creator of the drive, Dr. Weir, explains that when the 3 large rotating magnetic rings surrounding the sphere align, they focus a narrow beam of gravitons to induce a space-time curvature. This process creates the singularity, the black, swirling, fluid-like mass inside the sphere. This drive works by generating an artificial, localized black hole, a singularity within its core that literally folds the fabric of space-time, bringing 2 distant points together. The ship then jumps through the resulting wormhole, instantly crossing light years. The crucial unanswered question at the heart of the narrative is how the ship's advanced scientific technology opened a portal to a dimension widely interpreted as hell. Another dimension that is utterly alien to anything that our human minds are capable of comprehending. A plane of existence saturated by thoughts, ideas, and concepts that we can only perceive as absolute evil. A sentient entity consumed with horrific and unspeakable terror. The gravity drive was built using purely mechanical and mathematical theories, yet its first jump sends it to a dimension of pure chaos and utter suffering. There are fan theories abound to try and explain this leap from science to supernatural horror. One intriguing idea suggests that the gravity drive didn't just fold space-time, but also folded higher dimensions that physicists hypothesize exist beyond the 4 we perceive, 3 spatial and 1 temporal. In this view, the hell the crew witnesses is not a literal place premised on religion, but a chaotic, extra-dimensional space, a region of pure, unfiltered quantum information and violence that exists beyond our reality's organizational structure. The ship unintentionally unlocked a door to this dimension where the laws of physics are superseded by something else, something terrifying, alive, and very aware. Another common theory focuses on the source of the energy. Perhaps the drive's massive energy consumption drew power not just from the ship's reactor, but from a source that had an unforeseen effect, such as dark energy or some other exotic matter. If the drive unknowingly tapped into the immense energy of a field that pervades the universe, such as zero-point energy, it could have triggered a reaction that corrupted the dimensional rift, attracting a demonic kind of entity from the other side. The ship's horrifying fate stems from its gravity drive tearing our universe open and discovering something that should not have been allowed into our reality. The event horizon was lost for 7 years. According to the recovered log, its destination was Proxima Centauri, the closest star system to our Sun. However, it reappeared orbiting Neptune at its original point of departure. The only logical conclusion is that the ship's gravity drive upon activation either malfunctioned or performed exactly as it should. Some suggest that the ship's trajectory was pulled off course by an entity within this alien dimension as it entered the wormhole. When the rescue ship, the Lewis and Clark, finds the event horizon, the ship is not in any way physically damaged, but it returned with something that did not belong in our universe. The drive itself seems to have become sentient, or at least a conduit for a malevolent alien presence. This intelligence, having existed in the pure chaos of the dimension it came from, now seeks to drag others through the portal, to have any and all share in its suffering. One could argue that the concept of this demonic suffering and torment is a normal existence within this alternate dimension. However hard it is for our human minds to understand it, the original crew's fate was a terrifying transformation. Their bodies were grotesquely mutilated and reanimated into horrific manifestations of their deepest psychological pain, becoming the eternal victims of the entity unleashed by the gravity drive. The end of the film involved the deliberate detonation of explosives to split the ship in two, isolating the gravity drive and the malevolent entity within it. One half of the ship, containing the core, drifts back into the wormhole. The other half, with the survivors, is rescued. At least that's what we are to believe. The ambiguous ending, where the chilling final vision experienced by the lone survivor and the obsessed creator of the gravity drive, Dr. Weir, strongly suggests that the malevolent entity was not in fact neutralized. The piece of the ship that vanished back into the vortex will likely continue its terrifying journey. It will remain a ghost ship traversing the terrible dimension, an eternal portal that could reappear at any moment, perhaps even closer to Earth. The ultimate secret of the Event Horizon's propulsion system was to develop and transcend the vast distances of the dark void of space. However, humanity stumbled into the darkest corner of existence, suggesting that greatest discoveries can come with an unimaginable price. Who is to say that what the Event Horizon brought back with it doesn't actually exist in a dimension that we have no real ability to comprehend?